is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still deeps in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I touched me. Remember when me tell you say I touched me. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. But then the way you me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro. Me tell you what I did. For me that all and the rest of man I tell you what I did. Me never give up. Me tell them
heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes. For other Biafrans, if for freedom had to die, we will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, you'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not them? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes, those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now if not you? You died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Keep them on the patient people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a gas, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for me, for the freedom of my unborn child. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will
be free. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Akara m ihe mbe na-eme mbe si ma chọrọ ofu ukwu ehi ma nke ọzọ mụ achọrọ ihe niile ma ụkwụ ya ma aka ya ma isi ya ma olu ya anyị ga-adọbiri wee pụọ na nke onwe anyị chighata azụ etu anyị nọ tupu ndị ọcha wee bịa ebe a nwa aha obodo ebe a nwe ndị mmadụ n'ime tupu nwa bekee si ebe o si hapụ obodo ya ọ bịa ebe a ọkpọrọ onye nke ọkpọrọ okeke ọkpọrọ okafọ dakata anyị isi ọ sị n'ụbọchị nke taa na anya aha anyị wuzi Naijiria anyị na-aza aha na-enweghị omimi n'ime ya ngwa gị gbasị biko kọwara m ihe Naijiria pụtara ewepụghị kọwara m ọmụa ga-aza aha osimiri ka osimiri ga-aza aha mụnwa n'ihi ihe anyị na-ekwuwu na ebe a rụgidere ụlọ a na ọ jọgburu onwe ya ọ dịghị mma Naijiria agaghị emekọtanwu ihe ọzọ ihe ọjọọ emego n'obodo a arụ emego egbugo ndị be anyị aka na-egbukwa anyị ndị Fulani wee chere na mabata be anyị ka na-egbukwa ndị be anyị ruo ụtụtụ echi a na-asị m na ọ ga-adị mma oge ọ na-ekwekwu ka nwee mmekọrịta bụ nke ndị nrụkọ nke ndị ụmụnne ha egosighị anyị ọtụtụ mgbe ha kpọrọ anyị asị onye ajụrụ ajụ na-ajụ onwe ya ha jụrụ anyị aja ama njụ onwe anyị agbanyeghị na anyị nwe ngwa ahịa n'ugwu Awụsa agbanyeghị na anyị na-azụ ahịa ebe niile dị iche iche na-eme nke ọma kama onye gara ndụ kpakụ onye rie niile ọ Ndụbụisi ka anyị na-ekwu okwu ya ka anyị cheghata azụ ebe a ruo obodo anyị ka o wee maa mma wee karịa obodo ndị ọcha na mma ọhịa anyị na-arịọ nwekwe n'ugwu nwee nkwanye ugwu n'ime onwe anyị ọnwa anyị pụọ n'iro a na-etigbu anyị pụọ n'iro ekwu okwu asị ọ bụ gịnị ma anyị ji wee ekwu okwu ụmụ ihe ndị a ka anyị sị na anyị agaghị anabatakwa ya ọzọ
akụkọ akọrọ anyị bụ na ọkụkọ na ewu agaghị nzukọ ụmụ anụmanụ a na-emezi mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ịchụ aja ejiri ọkụkọ maọbụ nwụchụ aja mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ime ka Naijiria dị n'otu enwe ha na-eto esi wee kpam akpụrụ ndị Igbo ọ pụtara na anyị bụ ọkụkọ maọbụ ka ọ pụtara na anyị agaghị nzukọ mere ya bụ ihe eji eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo ụdị na ọbara ndị Igbo awụkpafu n'obodo Naijiria
ọ bụ site na akpọmasị ihe na-eme anyị dịka ihe mere ndị ji oge mgbe gara aga etu ọkụka mba niile dị iche iche ji kpọọ ụmụ Izrel asị a na-egbu ha afọ niile aka na-egbu ha o wee ruo oge ugbu anyị asị na ogbugbu a na-egbu anyị na ọ dịghị anyị mma ọ ka mma na onwe ihe kegbuo anyị nwere onwe njem a nke anyị na-aga kama na anyị etete n'ụtụtụ asị na onwe onye gburu ebe a onwe ha na-ekwu okwu odo na nyere onwe onye n'aka ụkọchukwu n'ugwu Awụsa ebepụ isi ọnwụghị ofu ugboro ọnwụghị ugboro abụọ ọnwụghị ugboro atọ ọnwụghị ugboro anọ ọ bụ ruo ole mgbe ka a ga-egbugide anyị wee rue anyị asị mba na anyị ga-aga ka anyị nwee ike wee nwere onwe anyị ọ ka mma na anyị nwụrụ ebe anyị na-azọ nwere onwe tụbụ na anyị nọ n'ụlọ etu a mmadụ ibe mabata n'ime ụlọ mbịa bupụ m isi a sị na-achọghị ụdị nka ọ bụghị anyị maka a ga-eji wee chụọ àjà ọzọ
onye si na ya ga-ata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị ife arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị mgbe were iwe gị na ọmụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị konye ka ọ gaa ubi ga arụ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọhịa nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra ebe ndị kọstọm sokonye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm jiri ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwe sịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwe sịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi na-ekwu ndị nwe anyị anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tetu ozu ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe mmiri na Goliath Chineke na nke igwe ruo eme na fero chukwu otu a mee ka fero ka ọ guzo n'ihu ụmụ ndị anyị ga-ebite onwe ta atọpụ ikiri ụtọ ọsọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụbụ nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị nwe anyị gwa amakpa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama ma akpọ na okwu gị na nọgide ego mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka igwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka igwe na-ekebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka igwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka igwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very morning episode. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program wherever you're connecting from. Please like and share the program to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. Anyone you can be able to reach out to, please reach out to them to join us on this very explosive section. We must continue to do what we have to do. We must continue to speak. We must continue to educate the people, and we must continue to say it the way it is. A lot is happening. This is our evening section of our program. Remember, in this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here to spread lies or false news. We don't come here to stand against any religion or any race. What we do in this platform is to present Biafra as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria, and we will continue to do so. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter how they do it, we will continue to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. That is why we have come this evening, as we always do, to speak about the situation of things. You and I know that a lot is happening. A whole lot of things are happening as we speak. And as so many things are happening, we will continue to follow up, because this is not the time for anybody to go to sleep. Anybody that seriously and sincerely want to be free, this is not the time to go to sleep. This is the time for us to be working around the clock. This is the time for every one of us to be working around the clock, wherever you are, at every given point in time. This is the time for us to be working around the clock. You must not allow anybody to deceive you. You must not allow anybody to distract you. You must not allow any propaganda to get hold of you. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are and you are watching this program, I want you to pay very close attention. The election of Nigeria is very close. In fact, the election has started. We are in 2026. And they have started releasing all their weapons. They have begun to release every weapon in their hand. They have started releasing every single instrument they have to make sure that they push their evil agenda. This is a time that every single one of us have to be very careful about. This is not the time to begin to attack your brother or your sister or talk about irrelevant issues. The people that have been hired by the government of Nigeria and the politicians, more especially in the Southeast, they have gone to work. And we have been able to identify one of them. Unapologetically, I have to say it, we have been able to identify one of the instruments of the politicians. That is no other person but Lolo Nega. It took her more than a year to prepare herself to where she is today. The subtle movement the strategical movement, drawing the attention of the entire Biafran people, drawing the sympathy of Biafran people to herself, only to betray our trust. I must tell you, my own very self, I trusted her. My own very self, I promoted her. My own very self, I loved what she did when she was doing a very good work. I appreciated it. And I still appreciate those work. Even though she might be doing it for a different motive, but the information she passed were very critical. Those information she was passing were very critical, and we used it to our own advantage. And that is the way I look at this very struggle. This very Biafran restoration that we're in, the way I look at it, if you do anything that is positive, it doesn't matter what you have in your blockhead. Maybe you have another secret plan somewhere, but I tell you, all things will work together for good for them that will believe in Chukwu Kabia. Everything will work together for good for them that believe in Chukwu Kabia. As long as you are sincere and truthful, everything will work for your good. Everything will work for my good. The only thing I'm going to tell you today is that you must not be emotionally confused. We must learn how to control our emotion. In 2026, I made this message. This was one of my first messages this year. Controlling our emotion in this year. A year of critical presentations on our programs. A year that we have to focus on unity of purpose. And I went ahead to explain the unity of purpose. In that unity of purpose, I said, it is not necessary that we have one opinion. It might not be necessary that we agree at all things. It might not be necessary that we are in the same group, but every single one of us must have one purpose. Disintegration of Nigeria, actualization of Biafra. That should be the only thing. Whatever you are doing and your own project is not to end Nigeria, you are not with us. You are not part of the restoration. You are not part of it. Mazen Nandekano made it clear that anybody that will do anything to make sure that the contraction called Nigeria come to an end, he is in support of that person. He made it clear. I played the video in the morning. I still have the video with me, where he said it. He supports everybody, anyone that can do anything to make sure that Nigeria ceases to exist. Go ahead and do it. It's in support of you. Mazi Simon Ekpa equally said the same thing. And that is where I stand. That is where I stand. That is where I stand. I am not shaking. If you do something to support the restoration of Biafra, I personally will pick it up and I will advertise it and will speak about it. And if you do something against the restoration of Biafra, I will come out and talk about it. Everything is in public. I will speak of what I have seen, what I've had. Not they told me or somebody said. No, you don't need to tell me what you have done. You do not need to advertise yourself to me. Allow me to watch and see. That is where I stand, and that is how I will do my program in 2026. 2027 is the election. They have started unleashing different kinds of weapons. Many of you that joined us in the morning, you saw the video that Lolo Neka made. We dissected it in the morning. And we said, go to the social media today. They have cut those videos into pieces. And the very parts they are sharing is the part that causes confusion and destroy the togetherness that Mazen Nankan had with his people. The part that they are sharing now is seed that that woman has sown. The woman has sown a very dangerous seed. That woman has sown a very dangerous seed. Go to the media today. Among people that claim to be agitators, they have cut that very video into pieces to attack each other, to create chaos, to distract the attention of people from focusing for the release of Mazen Nandekam and the actualization of Biafra, calling on the United States of America attention. Today, the narrative is shifting. Biafrans, we must not go to sleep. We must not go to sleep. If there is any time we should be awake, it is now. This our sister, Lolo Nega, has gained the trust of Biafran people to an extent. To an extent. And she have capitalized on that trust today to change the struggle into political pressure group. I have seen people like her on their conventional media. I know them. When I see them, I know them. They come, they support Biafra. But in the deep, when you go down deep and deep to discuss with them, they tell you, but it is not yet time. Anybody that tells you that the restoration of Biafra is not yet time, that person is an enemy. Anybody that fails to recognize the restoration of Biafra that has been done on the 29th of November, all we need to do today, everybody need to be doing, is to solidify it. That is the assignment that everyone has. Solidify it. Continue to push for recognition. Anybody, I don't care who you are. I don't care your title. I do not care where you belong. I don't care how good you have been in the past. And I discover that you are part of those who is trying to make us believe that it is not yet time for us to be free. I will see you as an arch enemy, an agent of the politicians. And that is the way I see Lolo Nega. I have been suspecting her, but I didn't want to go straight to accuse. I just allowed her to flow. The only thing I do is that whenever she does something that is critical to our struggle, I will play it on my program. I will come here, comment her, appreciate her, and play it. But that does not get me carried away. That is how I have been following this very struggle. From the time of Mazen Nandekam, when I came because of what I saw. I have said this several times. The thing that made me to join the agitation was what happened in the home of Mazen Nandekam, the attack, which I watched live. The attack that the federal government did in the home of Mazen Nandekam, where 28 men were mowed down. Jack was killed. That was when I picked up my mobile phone and began to broadcast. And since then, I have not stopped. I have not stopped. Every blessed day, I have not stopped. And I will continue. So it is based on what I have seen and seeing where this woman is going. Some of us have been here for a very long time. We know the story, how everything started. We know what Mazen Nandekam passed through in the hand of the DOS. We know how they run their show. We know what transpired. We know how Mazen Simon Ekpa emerged. And for record purposes, I want everybody to know that Mazen Simon Ekpa never attacked the DOS. Mazen Simon Ekpa never attacked the DOS. Initially, even it was Mazen Simon Ekpa that was pleading for Biafrans to follow the DOS. The only thing Mazen Simon was telling the DOS is to be the leader they are supposed to be, give answers to Biafrans, stop intimidating people and commanding and controlling. That was the only request that Mazen Simon Ekpa made. And they saw him as a problem. They began to attack Mazen Simon Ekpa. They recruited everybody. They started from telling us that Mazen Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. You see, I was expecting that woman also to tell us that Mazen Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. I wanted her to tell us that Mazen Nandegane said Mazen Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. I was expecting her to say that. Because that is one of the lie the DOS pushed. DOS pushed and pushed. They said that Mazen Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. He did not take an oath. Since she knows she wants to make a verification, she is supposed to ask Mazen Nandekano, was Mazen Simon Ekpa a member of IPOB? Did he take an oath? But she never went into that direction because she knows that that one is a sure banker that is going to nail her. She only came to destroy the structure Mazen Simon put in place and join the Department of Sabotagers. The Department of Sabotagers was what she went there to promote because Department of Saboteur has already been handed over to the governors. Their HOD said it. The HOD, head of their department, said it. The HOD of the DOS, he said it by his own self. And the governor approached them. The governors approached them to hand over the ESN, and they handed them over. That was the time Ikenga Uruogo Ikenga Uruogo embraced the Nigerian government completely. That was when Ifeanyi took over Ikenga Uruogo to begin to sponsor him, promised him to be a politician. Many of them, including Chinasa Woru, was given an assignment and contract by Hope Uzodinma. They were given an assignment by Hope Uzodinma to destroy the ESN and capture all the members of the ESN that were still available then. This Department of Saboteur, they went into contract with the governors to destroy the structure of Mazen Nandekano, more especially the ESN. They were paid to take them out. The ESN Mazen Nandekano started. China Samoru and the idiot in Switzerland, they were all together in agreement with the governors. I didn't say it. He confessed with his own mouth on audio. I have played the video many times. He confessed with his own mouth that the governors approached them and asked them to hand over the ESN, and they handed over ESN. After they handed over, the next week of it, the next week, Soludo came and said that they have reached an agreement with the DOS. Soludo said it on national TV that they have already reached an agreement. And that was when they took over the camp of ESN that time, and they showed it that they have captured the camp. It was after they showed the camp they captured that guy Chike Doziem came out and began to confess that they are saying they have captured the camp of ESN. That they didn't capture the camp, that they approached them to hand them over the ESN, and they handed them over the ESN. And he was saying that he hoped they would not take the ESN and form a different thing. And that was exactly what happened. They were compromised. And at that time, that was when Ikengu Uruago joined the Nigerian government. Ifeanyi Uba employed Ikengu Uruago, put him on salary, and promised him a political career. Hope Uzodinma took what did you call him? The idiot in Mata, Chinasa Woru, and also gave him a contract to hunt down the ESN members that are in Imo State. That was when they were trying to hunt down Gentle and Co. and other group of ESN that were there. Gentle, Butus, and all whatnot. That was when they went out, they left. And they were, Chinasa Woru was contracted to hunt them down. Even when they formed the Ebubago was formed with some members of the ESN that the DOS gave to them. This woman that called herself a journalist might have not known this. And if she doesn't know this, she has no right to speak in this very issue. She has no right to come and make the statement she made, to demonize every group and continue to promote a group that Mazen Nandekan told her that this group has compromised. It is a shame, a very big shame, and we will not be silent on this. Those of us who were here, we know the story, what transpired. We know what happened and how it happened. Nobody is going to come here to tell me otherwise. I'm not telling you something somebody told me. This is what I saw, what I witnessed. I was already in the agitation before all these things were unfolding. I know how many of the commanders of the ESN were murdered by the same DOS. Many commanders lost their life. The man that formed the ESN, Mbochioya Kogugwe, they took the life of that man. The same people that call themselves DOS, with the Karawat lawyer, they planned and they took the life of the man. A man that Mazen Nandekano trusted with everything. I'm not even sure if Mazen Nandekano is aware that they have taken the life of that man. So when this woman come to say what she does not know, when this woman come into this picture and begin to spill information that she's not aware, it baffles me who is feeding her what she's saying. And in trying to figure out who is feeding her, it is not far-fetched. It is not far-fetched. We know that she is Peter Obi's supporter. She has been blowing trumpet for Peter Obi. We know the role she played during the time of Peter Obi campaign. And that is why she have always seen Mazi Simon Ekpa and his group as an enemy. That is why she doesn't want to have anything to do with us. Because the DOS have already compromised. They have completely become a political pressure group. They want to use them to pressure Nigeria. That is what they do. They use them. The same thing the northern politicians are doing is what they want to create in Biafra land. The northern Nigeria, they are using their bandits, terrorists, to gain position. That is what they want to use IPOB for. They have tried this so many times. Mazen Nandekano rejected it. Mazen Simon said no. But the DOS embraced it. They paid many of them heavily. Iken Guruago is a typical example. Iken Guruago is a typical. You saw him when he went to Nigeria. He went to Nigeria and he was being escorted by Ebubago members. Ikenga, a member of DOS. He was being escorted with members of Ebubago. Today, that Iken Guruago is the one calling for death penalty for Mazen Nandekano. He said Mazen Nandekano is not supposed to be given life sentence. Death penalty, that is what he was calling for. Up to today, go to TikTok, you will see him every day criticizing Mazen Nandekano, a member of the US. These people that called themselves DOS, they were the one that came and accused Mazen Nandekano of bringing Mazen Simon Ekpa through the back door. They never accepted that Mazen Simon Ekpa should be in his job because they know what he can do. They know that he's genuine. They know that he's very, very genuine. They ganged up together. They made sure there is nothing they did not try to hinder Mazen Simon Ekpa from Mazen Nandekano meeting. Even when Mazen Simon Ekpa was interviewing Mazen Nandekano in the program, they did everything humanly possible to stop Mazen Nandekano from communicating to Mazen Simon Ekpa. But he did not stop. Up to the time he was kidnapped. Even after the kidnapping of Mazen Nandekano, he was still fully in communication with Mazen Simon Ekpa through the lawyers. Ifeanyi Ejiofor himself can testify to that. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the Karawat lawyer, that idiot, can testify that Mazen Nandekano was working with Mazen Simon Ekpa. At a time, Mazen Nandekano gave an order that nobody should interrupt anything that Mazen Simon Ekpa is doing. Do your own, allow him. That nobody should interrupt whatever Mazen Simon Ekpa did. Mazen Nandekano gave that order. And the Karawat lawyer was the person that brought the message. Until he began to work, he wanted to hijack and control In short, the Karawadler took over the DOS and began to control him. Take innocent life that we were today. And Master Simon Ekpa said, no, this will not happen. Master Simon Ekpa decided to distance himself from them. He decided to distance himself from them. It is so sad. There are so many people who are not aware of what transpired. And those people are the people that this woman is going to confuse with this nonsense she's talking. Those people are the people that will listen to her and they will be confused with this message she's passing. But anybody that have followed from day one, you can never ever be confused. And Mazen Nandekan is not confused. Mazen Nandekan is in detention. Mazen Nandekan is in the territory of the enemy, in the hand of the enemy. Mazen Nandekan is detained because of IPOB. His case reads IPOB. The leader of IPOB. That is what is written in his case. And Mazen Nandekan cannot claim any other group apart from IPOB. Mazen Nandekan cannot be in that place and claim any other group apart from that group that he defended. And every single one of us, we are members of IPOB. Our Prime Minister, Mazen Simon Ekpa, gave himself a disciple that have never one day he claimed leadership. Mazen Simon Ekpa has never claimed to be leader any day. He has never one day called himself the leader of the struggle. No. He has always addressed Mazen Nandekan as our leader. Our leader. Our leader. He was only calling himself a disciple of Mazen Nandekan until the structure was made. After the structure was created, to run the structure, vote was cast and he was made the prime minister. That was how he became the prime minister. He never named himself prime minister or named himself the leader. Even as the prime minister, he also explained on several occasions that Mazen Nandekan is the supreme leader of IPO, this leader of the struggle, the leader of Biafran struggle. He is just the prime minister. And this woman came and began to twist truth, turn things upside down, trying to woo people. It became clear that all this while she has been preparing for today to come. All this while she has been preparing for this day to come. And finally, that day she has been waiting for has come. The day she has been preparing for has come. And what do you see? After the day has come, it became clear. It became clear where she is coming from. Biafra has come to stay. No human being can stop it. There are some key points that will make you understand that she went there for a particular agenda. Number one, she gave wrong information about the health of Mazen Nandekan. Remember, Mazen Nandekan, even before they took him to Sokoto, has a health issue. When Mazen Nandekan was coming to court, he has a health issue. Up to today, he has not been granted access to good normal treatment. And somebody will come and tell you that he's looking fine. He's looking excellent. He is fit. He's now much handsome than before. This is a man who was fighting to take treatment in the hospital. And you came to give such a report. What are you expecting? He came again. He never spoke about the release of Mazen Nandekan. He never talked about the appeal of the case of Mazen Nandekan. He never talked about the unconstitutional conviction of Mazen Nandekan. That the lawyers are running around to file for appeal. They took him to Sokoto. It became difficult to run for appeal. This woman never cared about that. She began to attack the lawyers, destroy the lawyers, call them money monger. It was all about money, 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 money this, money that, money this, money that. She attacked Avid. Avid are also coming from the United States. Avid, they fly all the way from United States to come and see Mazen Nandekan in that same Sokoto. They have come there twice. These are veterans of Biafra that are United States, she also denigrated them. And these are people that Mazin Nadigan has confidence in. Mazin Nadigan, we saw a video where Mazin Nadigan told them, go and conduct fundraising to raise some fund for him. On video, we saw it. In that place, Mazin Nadigan mentioned people he trusted. But this woman went and distanced. He said that Mazin Nadigan should allow them to provide people that will be with them. He attacked the family of Mazin Nadigan. He doesn't want to see anybody. And that is the original plan. That is the original plan of the politicians. The politicians in the Southeast, they want to take Mazin Nadigan far away, where information from him will be scarce to the Biafran people. They want to control the narrative so that they will always come and tell us Mazin Nadigan said without any verification. That is what they are trying to do. You know, she's in the media. They want to, the same thing Nigerian government is doing to control the media. That is what they want to do to Mazin Nadigan. They want to control the information that comes to people. When she tells that Biafra should make that as a pilgrim, my brother, how many Biafrans can fly to Sokoto? How many Biafrans can pay for flights and go to Sokoto and see Mazin Nadigan? If you're going by road, it's almost 3 days journey. With the insecurity in Nigeria, with the terrorism, we saw a news of the kidnap the bandit is doing in Sokoto. Sokoto is one of the hotbed in this kidnap. And you're advising Biafrans to be going for pilgrimage in Sokoto, that Sokoto have become a holy land. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If you are a genuine Biafran and you do not see the evil in that her speech, it means you're not genuine. I don't care what she has said in the past. I don't care the good work she has done in the past. I don't care. But I tell you, all things we work together for good to them that love Chukwuka. If you do good one, we will praise you. If you do anything that favors the cause of Biafra, I will share it. But when you turn away and begin to do otherwise, I will shred you into pieces the same way we shred others. You will get the same treatment, unapologetically. My fellow Biafrans, don't fall asleep. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Do not allow anybody to distract you. Don't allow anybody to push you right, left, and center. Do not allow anybody to confuse you. The battle we are fighting is a very serious battle, and we are going to fight it and win it. That battle we won. I bet you that battle must be won. It doesn't matter what the enemies are doing. It doesn't matter their propaganda. It does not matter their blackmail. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, that battle must be won. And that is why we are here. That is why we are doing what we are doing. It is only you and I that will make sure that they do not succeed. Because if we allow them to succeed, it is going to be bad. Every one of us will face the consequence of our action. So, my fellow Biafrans, we are going to go back into their own media, as we always do every evening. I have spoken a lot about this issue, and I will continue to talk about it. We talked a lot in the morning. If you didn't watch the morning program, please go and watch the morning program. It is loaded with one-to-one response to everything she said. We responded to every single thing she said, one-to-one. That was what we did in the morning. And we will continue to do so as many times as possible to make sure that the Biafrans are not distracted. So having said that and talked about that her idiotic manipulation, let us now go to their media and also pay attention to one other information that is there and see what we have on this one. Let us listen and hear another discussion that they have on that very studio, because It is important that we listen to their news. If you don't listen to them, you will not know how to focus on them. If you don't listen to them, you will not know how to challenge them. That is why it is important that we face them. That is why it's important that we follow them one on one, we follow them closely. Because if you don't, you will not understand. You will not know how important it is. So that is why most times we really need to go down and go deep. Go to their conventional media, pick information out there, say it the way it is, and with unapologetically, we will make sure we bring everything to where it's supposed to be. So we are going to try as much as we can this evening to also listen to this very program and hear what they have to say here. Let us listen and hear the reports they have.
There are contrary reports, which was released by Sahara Reporters, stating it was an exclusive where the Nigerian army trainers are complaining that they are being treated like slaves, especially in Natra, Kotangora. They are saying that the president wants to see Kwankwaso. What precisely could be reports that were released about yesterday or 2 days ago about a man in Odisha whose supposed source is what Trump relied on to do what he did on December 25. But the thing is this, Mr. Martins, the effort from our security agencies has picked up. Today, we heard about 3 individuals, 3 of them, ASOP recruitment agents were arrested in Borno. We also heard that the same operation Harinkai in Borno were able to find out the supply chains of the Boko Haram, their medical supplies, where they keep their fuel, food items, and all of that. We've been seeing their Air Force really doing a lot of groundwork and Air Force work as well, in bombing the areas. And they have been prepared where those guys don't visit and they take them off. What would you say to this?
Well, let me understand you. Let me understand you because I think that there are contrary facts.
Okay, what are the contrary facts?
Yes, for over 5 years, we have insisted that the APC ruling party is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. We have insisted in the public that the facts show that there can be no other conclusion. So this analysis is based on news information. In our opinion, is far from the reality. The facts are very clear, even to the blind. But because the ruling party is pushing a different narrative and the media is broadcasting it, people are getting confused. The facts are clear, very clear.
Mr. Martins, you're saying that people are getting confused because the media is giving a different narrative than what is realistically on ground. Mr. Martins Onogo. All right, we'll try to recall Mr. Martins. I think the network this time around, I do hope that we don't have issues because I really want to hear what Mr. Martins' perspective is on this. Mr. Martins, I think, is of the same perspective of Barrister Darlington, that the ABC are the ones who brought in insecurity in Nigeria. So he's not expecting anything different, and that possibly whatever it is that is being said in the media is not the truth. So if what is being reported in the media is not the truth, then where are we getting, current pictures of some of the bases of the stories that have been literally lit up, and the supply weapons that were also presented, where they got the fuel and all the access and avenues to which these individuals reside. I mean, the Nigerian army was able to post a couple of pictures, all right, on social media and give us updates. So is Mr. Martins and Barrister Darlington telling us that all of that are false and videos or false pictures? Okay, well, let me try to reconnect with Mr. Martins, and then we'll see how a house would hurt itself for whatever selfish purpose, I don't know, or what it would be that something that was done by a set of people to gain an advantage decided on their own to possibly look for a means to quench the fire after it has escalated beyond their control. We're going to, Mr. Martins Onogo's number is busy. Okay, while we're trying to contact him, we're also going to be looking at Imo State. Now, something funny transpired in Imo State, and what is that? We heard in Imo State that Hope Uzodinma actually sponsored a pilgrimage of INEC members, INEC staff, officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Imo State to cancel a mass pilgrimage to Jerusalem. Based on expose. Hello, Mr. Martins. Yeah, the line went off and I was trying to call you on WhatsApp, but I couldn't connect with you there. All right, please continue. Go ahead.
So the facts are very clear, and no matter how blind anybody pretends to be, even the blind can see it clear. We have had the very popular analysis made by Commodore Kujola when he retired, the defense intelligence. And it was very clear. The government already knows these people. So the government knows the people. Why are we deceiving ourselves? We know she couldn't told us that the way he goes to meet the terrorists in the camps goes with the check. So the government knows the people and we know their camps. And we're telling these stories for how many years? We're not deliberating to picture ourselves. And we have blood on our hands. Because the facts are as clear as crystal. Okay. General Benjamin told us, General Army, that the armed forces are not neutral. They are colluding with the armed bandits killing citizens. What can be clearer than that? How else do you want him to express it? So it's very clear. In addition, why is the government paying terrorists and calling it non-kinetic police? What is that? You know where they are, you don't want to pay them, and you claim you don't know where they are. So have we become so stupid because of our corruption? Can't we think these facts are glaring clear? Did we forget that before Buhari became commander-in-chief, he said attacking just Boko Haram is attacking you, you know. Did we forget?
They don't forget now. They have forgotten.
Did we forget? The other was the one that reported it. Why are we pretending we don't know the truth? Everyone is pretending 200 million more. Pretending we don't know the truth.
200 million mumu.
Okay. Let's proceed. Kashim Shettima, when he was the Borno State governor, was the one campaigning for amnesty for Boko Haram. So why are we pretending? Modu Sharif claimed that Kashim Shettima is father of Boko Haram. Modu Sharif is a former senator. Modu Sharif is a junior politician in the country. Modu Sharif is from Borno State. So all these facts, we pretend we don't know. Things that are published in national newspaper, things that are on TV, we are pretending we don't know. In the DFS, not capture wanted terrorists campaign Sokoto in the Abuja lodge of Kashim Shettima.
Exactly.
What was he doing there? He wanted terrorists. So we can continue to pretend and deceive ourselves. But that shall not keep. And we are indirect by keeping silent. We are supporting the mother of citizens. Okay. And why the one that made the allegation of defense of the one? Is it not a religious sheik? Was the allegation not corroborated by the former assistant of Matawale? Pretending we don't know all this. How long are we going to be pretending? How much more evidence are we looking for? We have credible evidence by people who are directing for military chief. And we don't know. Okay. The court in Dubai that convicted Nigerian terrorists. That same court trained terrorist people high up in government, and you're pretending you don't know that this is the sponsor of terrorism. Let the media continue pretending. Let them continue to push them.
But Mr. Martins, how would a house set itself on fire and point fingers outside?
Yeah, ask him, Martins. Ask yourself.
Somebody outside set the house on fire when they were the ones that sponsored the house being on fire. Does it make sense?
Thank you. You know that where insurance works, so the house on fire, same insurance one. So that bandit more than the life of a soldier. That's the thing she did. She said the life of a bandit is not that this FTC corrupt ruling party. She said the life of a bandit is worth more than the life of a soldier.
Oh.
This is the wife of a brigadier general who was married by a young soldier who has spent over 30 years in the military. Think she doesn't know what she's saying. In our I like Major General, in case you don't know. Okay. The court in Dubai is wrong. General Danjuma is wrong. Olaomi is wrong. The Sheikh who is putting Matawale is wrong. Everybody is wrong except for your academic analysis.
No, Mr. Martins, let's say something. Are we saying that we have a government that deliberately allows its people to be slaughtered like rams on a daily basis, kidnapped and maltreated like animals in a primitive form, to gain what precisely? To what? Because it has brought
Ask yourself,
disgrace
you're a
and
journalist.
embarrassment to Nigeria and its leadership. So why would they sponsor something that would deteriorate their government, deteriorate how they are perceived?
Excellent. Why is Boko Haram killing people? What is the official name of Boko Haram? You think the official name is Boko Haram? Go and check the official name of Boko Haram. It's in Arabic. And it has the word jihad, in case you don't know. The official correct name of Boko Haram. Boko Haram is a nickname. The real name has the word jihad, in case you don't know.
It has the word jihad.
Jihad.
Wow. I thought it means Western education is a sin.
That's what Boko Haram means. And I'm telling you that Boko Haram is a nickname. The real name is in Arabic, and the word is part of the name of the group.
Mr. Martin.
So, what are you saying? Hold on. Oh, please, hold on. This one is Islamic State of West African province.
Yes.
So, what other clarification do you want? Islamic State of the West African province. If maybe I don't know what I'm saying. General Batango is the greatest political figure in Africa. General Batango accused the ruling of Islamization. So you think he also knows what to say? Excuse me. You people, the mass media, continue to defend the ruling party. Maybe all of us are here.
Yes.
Okay. All this information.
They are defending it.
But you have a constitutional statement and you ignore it. Kaumbaji Barake was the leader of New PDP. He was the most strategic and the most powerful of the four founders of the PDP.
Kaumbaji said that they were the ones that imported these guys from Mali and other Sahelian regions to come in.
So you know it. That's what I wanted to say. And he said they will compete them for election. And you're asking when somebody say they have and then what? Your purpose is not their purpose. Your purpose is good governance and security. Their purpose is to control the wealth of the country and to steal it. Thanks.
Mr.
What do they care if you're killed? What do they care if I'm killed?
Mr.
Their purpose is not your purpose. You are the one that wants security for yourself.
Mr. Martins, let's go back. Let's go back a little bit in time. But I'll be calling you with another number because this network is not good. Maybe I should try and call you on WhatsApp because you keep breaking and there are complaints that they want to really hear you well. So I will try to call you back on WhatsApp. So please activate your data. I'll call you back now. So the thing is this. Basically, if we're to go back in time, way back in 2015, thereabout, before former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan,
very useless journalist,
and
very useless one.
Late President Muhammadu Buhari, we had heard at that particular time that the ABC had written a compendium with several letters to the United States government alleging that insecurity had literally pervaded Nigeria and that the Jonathan's government had no capability of handling this. They wrote articles, several reports, persons like Reno Omokri, also the current INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amugwiton. These were prominent individuals who wrote against the government of Jonathan. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also, one of such persons along with his team, who actually, along with Amici, who is currently in the ADC, these were persons who absolutely gave a breakdown of insecurity in Nigeria under Jonathan's government, meaning that whatever lobbying or narrative about the sponsor of insecurity in Nigeria and the inability of government to handle it started with this All Progressives Congress. So the question now is this: what happened from then till now, Mr. Martins? Thank you. Yes, this is better. I wanted us to go back in time during the administration of former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, before, he conceded to late Muhammadu Buhari. Can you remember that before then, we saw where the US was heavily pressuring Jonathan, where they refused to give him weapons to fight this guy, saying that the weapons were being given to the terrorists, where a couple of reports and articles released by the current persons in government against Jonathan's administration that insecurity has riddled his government and he doesn't have the capacity to handle it. Now, they allege that Jonathan was the one that left the PDP. They were the ones who brought in insecurity. And it was on that premise that Buhari was campaigning for, that being a military ruler at some point, he'll be able to eradicate these guys. How come it feels that the ABC now says it's the work of the opposition to truncate their government concerning insecurity? The very same people who complained that it was, the PDP that brought in insecurity, and they were the ones who went to the US with Barack Obama at the time with the hashtag Bring Back Our Girls protest to say that Jonathan's government was incapable of handling insecurity.
It was Lambada that called us 200 million. It was not me. So when I say it, nobody should blame me. I only agree with Lambada.
200 Umu is right.
The facts I have stated to you
That's what they are
incontrovertible and are in the public domain. Those facts include a confession by the most powerful figure in the foundation of the ruling party. Now, most of the other disclosures we have are from members of the ruling party. These facts are very clear. Now, it was Buhari that said attack against Boko Haram is attack against the North. And he said that even before the 2015 elections. So all this idea of allegations and counter-allegations, forget about allegations, face the facts. Face the facts. Then when Boko Haram eventually started and the Jonathan government used the military against them, it was the Kashim Shettima that started campaign for amnesty to Boko Haram. So what is confusing here? The case is very straightforward. The ruling party, APC, in case you don't know their name, they are the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism. Okay, under Mahalani, they said they had names of 400 terrorist sponsors. Have they released those names?
There is about 15 of the names.
Okay, do you think that if those people are in opposition, they will not release their names? So this is why Lambada called us 200 million. We're not using our brains. Because corruption has closed our brains. We have refused to think. We're just thinking about how to put money in our pockets. Nobody is thinking clearly. They use their own mouth. We didn't tell them how many sponsors they had. They said they had 400 sponsors. Why are they hiding the names of the sponsors? They are hiding the names because they are their members. And then, unfortunately for them, Kawu Barajan has exposed them. This Sherif has exposed Matawale. Modu Sherif said Kashim Shettima is the founder of Boko Haram. He's my name, Modu Sherif. Modu Sherif is a former senator and a very high-ranking politician. And the member of the APC. And the member of the APC. The fact is everywhere. The Nigerians will always close their eyes to the facts. And find some silly logic to what is logic? Not calling it logic. Silly absurdity to use to justify what is very clear. So these facts are there. Number one, the terrorists, when they attack, they shout Allah Akbar. Then this one means Islamic State of West African province. And you are asking me who they are? They are not telling who they are. Go and check the proper name of Boko Haram. Not Boko Haram. Boko Haram is Western education. Their proper name has the word jihad. Hello?
I can hear you. I was trying to tell you that Boko Haram means Western education is a sin.
No, you can't tell leaders, I'm telling you that's their street name. They have a formal name. Formal. And that formal name has the word jihad. Their formal name is not Boko Haram. It has jihad. J-I-H-A-D. It has jihad. So clearly they're fighting a jihad. And what their proper name means is those were the teachings of the Prophet and for jihad. So they are now asking, what is the purpose? Why are they killing people? When their name has jihad. Then, this one is Islamic State of the West African province. Then Obasanjo told you that there is an Islamization campaign. My friend, there is nothing blood here. There is nothing great here. Everything is clear. Then, Kawu Baraje confessed that they voted these people for elections. Okay, just go to any AI and ask the origin of terrorists in Nigeria and see what it tells you. So these things are clear, but Nigerians, out of corruption, greed, everybody avoids truth. How are we going to get out of this mess if we keep avoiding the truth? It's only the truth that can set us free. We are in extreme poverty, we are in insecurity, and we are persisting in our errors.
All right.
Why can't we stop and save ourselves?
You made a statement here, Mr. Martins, where you said that the military colludes with these terrorists. And there have been reports about the ill treatment of our Nigerian soldiers. For example, several Nigerian Army personnel attached to the Nigerian Army Training Center in Kuntagula, Niger State, they accused their commanding officer of subjecting them to inhumane living conditions. We've also heard on several occasions that some of the Nigerian soldiers work as spies for Boko Haram because Boko Haram pays them more, a lot of money. We've also heard that Boko Haram go to these communities and tell the young soldiers or the young boys not to join the Nigerian army because they wouldn't pay them well. These men are complaining that their measured daily allowance of 5,000 naira is being denied them, that they have been there since 2025. They refuse to disclose their names and their identities for fear of reprisals. And according to them, their mandate is to train newly recruited soldiers for deployment to Nigeria's conflict-ridden northeast, where Boko Haram insurgents continue to operate. But that they are 9 in number, and they are currently responsible for preparing hundreds of recruits for frontline combat. But however, they said they're being treated like slaves. They said they're eating very poorly, ill treatment, monies are not given to them, and they have been there. And if you talk, they'll put you in the guard room. Do you think that's why the military is polarized? And that's why we have such porosities when it comes to intelligence and information amongst them?
Ask yourself.
Well, I think that the military is a very regimented organization. And because it's a very regimented organization, which should they follow the lead of whoever is commander-in-chief. So the commander-in-chief is the leader of the political party that is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism. You think the military will go and fight the terrorists? I think it is very naive for Nigerians to expect an APC regime to fight APC terrorists. That is very naive. That is the 200 million. That is the name. You expect me to fight my own men?
Ataya.
Where's the pretense here? You have allegation, you have confession. What are you investigating? What are you researching? Why are you asking me these questions when the facts are clear? If you say they're not clear, I've assembled them for you.
All right, Mr. Martins. Let's move on to
There are more.
Okay.
There are more. Because community people said that normally before the terrorist attack, the Nigerian military comes to search for their own arms and take away their hunting guns so that they are defenseless. And that immediately the military goes, the people are right. How many times did you hear that? How many protests did you see women wearing black in Plateau? So what evidence are you looking for? Each of the 20 items of evidence we have assembled point directly to the ruling party. Okay, did you see the speed and the effectiveness that the Nigerian military used against the Benin Republic coup brothers? Did you see the speed? Within 24 hours, they just did the bomb with the coup Why? Why? But they cannot bomb terrorists. We know the camp. We know their name. We know their. What are you telling me? What did the coup plot in the Republic do to us?
Nothing.
What about we APC terrorists? They shut down our Alpha jet. They shut down our military helicopter. We didn't do anything to them. We are offering them. We are paying them salaries. And we are looking for who to sponsor. Continue to look now. Let the Nigerian media, all the editors, please continue to look for who this.
Don't mind them.
I'm not looking with you. I'm not
Don't mind them. You're looking for sponsor.
That's not the sponsor. Every reasonable person knows the sponsor.
All right, sir. Let's move on to the ADC. Article today called out and said that person should stop insulting him and Mr. Peter Obi, and that it doesn't make any sense for the opposition to be seen as they're not being united. Ever since Peter Obi joined the ADC, there have been contrasting statements and perceptions and feelings, specifically from their various supporters. For the obedience, some of the obedience, or majority of the obedience, a couple of them are not comfortable with the set of persons in the ADC. They said in 2023, these were the persons that Peter Obi ran against, and he wanted to prove something. We cannot continue in the same political circle of perceived corrupt individuals who are only interested in power and not for the interests of the people. Now, a couple of them say that Peter Obi is now lying in bed with the same bedfellows that he had once condemned, and that the kind of political trajectory he wanted to start off from was one that was based on credibility. All right. But, there have also been backlashes. Some persons believe that Atiku should be the presidential candidate, Peter Obi the vice. Peter Obi said nobody has approached him about that. Others believe that if the ADC wants to have a strong contention against the All Progressives Congress, Peter Obi should be the presidential candidate. Meanwhile, for the APC, there are talks that the president may not be fielding Shetima, and that Shetima may join the ADC to be Peter Obi's vice, if at all, the primary is conducted and he emerges as the president or the flag bearer of the party's ticket. How do you see all of these conjectures and speculation and opprobrium?
Well, the first thing is that I'm not a member of the ADC. Okay. I don't want to be a busybody proposing in their affairs. We have our own plans to establish our credible alternative. So that's what we're working on. In my clear opinion, following the facts as usual, P2P won the 2023 elections with a very wide margin. Very wide. Unfortunately, the ruling party conspired with INEC and published their fraudulent results. And even who wants to argue with me that I'm not interested in worthless arguments. To know who won the election, bring the unit results. Simple. Why are you hiding them? You say you switched off IREC, you say it failed. Okay, what about the paper? The paper results, bring them out. They were subpoenaed in court, INEC did not bring them. What is INEC hiding? INEC is hiding because the polling unit results that help you won the election. The ruling party could not get 14% in Lagos State, where their candidate lives and was governor. So they failed woefully. So I don't want to start speculating about ADC. I think that, like Babangida said, Tinubu and Atiku, Babangida said, you need Babangida to tell you that if you are not 200 million, I think it's going to be
Nigeria is really 200 million money. I agree with you.
About 90 wants to be president. So what is all this?
So if that's the case,
are we not the two of that Labaja corridors?
Would you say Peter Obi made a mistake in joining the ADC? Do you think he should have remained in the Labour Party considering what was going on in the Labour Party? And what could...
No. You see? I'm not his advisor. Yes, we said that.
Okay. Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Martins. Mr. Martins. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Very clearly.
All right, you were skipping. Please
I
go
can
ahead.
hear you very clearly.
All right, go ahead, sir. Continue.
We supported Labour Party in 2023, following our leader, Chief Dr. Basanjo, who was very clear about lesser evil. And
Martins, are you getting a call?
It's correct? No.
Okay, because it's interrupted. All right, continue.
So it was clear to us that the Labour Party not only had the best chance, but was the lesser evil. Theorized by Chief Dr. Obasanjo, former president. We supported the Labour Party. The election was clearly won. It was thorough. So,
and you think he cannot steal it this time? This time that he's the president, you think he cannot steal it?
I may become
Not with
an interloper to get in their affairs. But I think a few things are very clear. At 80, Atiku is too old, like Babangida said. At 90, Tinubu is too old, like Babangida said. So, do we need Babangida to tell us that? Are we not facing people that put retirement age at 60 and the regular retirement at 55? So, what is this problem with 90-year-olds? Biblical life expectancy is 70. In my opinion, people is too old. In my opinion.
Really? At 60?
Yes, we know that 60. We know that 60. That's in my own, that's I said in my own opinion.
So where are these under 60s? Where are these under 60s that are supposedly vibrant and can lead? Because there's a problem with...
What do you mean? I ran for president in 2015.
Okay.
And I won the election clearly. Forget the Nigerian fraud. I won the election clearly. I made that I won the election.
In NCP at the time?
Yes.
Politician.
All right, Mr. Martins, you made statements about an alternative. If a primary is held, let's say party primaries will be held sometime in June. That is if the Electoral Act is not assented to. You know that in the Electoral Act, there are changes to be made whereby November elections will be held, and afterwards, anything that has to do with elections will be done with before May 29 the following year. Until possibly that's accepted to by the House and the President, because they've not yet decided on that. A majority of the House members have not decided on that to pass it as a law. We do not know yet. But if it is something that they bring back and consider, there's a tendency that elections may take place this year. We do not know. INEC is already trying to, accelerate the registration and process and PVC and all of that. In that regard, Mr. Martins, do you think opposition political parties are ready? Do they look ready to be formidable against the All Progressives?
Some political parties are very ready. What do you mean are they ready? The ruling party ready.
Are the ruling party ready?
If you present your candidate and you present your manifesto, what is readiness? That's readiness. You present your candidate, you present your manifesto. The people make their decision. Well, what is readiness? The political negotiations will only grow. So what is readiness? Readiness is a candidate and a manifesto. So nobody is ready yet because no candidate has emerged.
The ADC says they're ready, and they're very confident that they will win the elections in 2027.
It's not like they have been saying rubbish that it is really that brought the terrorists when they know they brought the terrorists.
Nigeria is a very funny country. Very funny country.
And they have people expressed themselves. So why should I listen to trash talk? How are they ready? Can people win primary?
You go win,
though.
You go stop him. You feel stop him. You feel stop him.
Yes.
Somebody who stole election when he was not a president. Now he's a president. You think he can remove him?
So just wait. Everybody's going to leave him busy. Just wait.
Mr. Martins, please just stay on the line. We're going to take a very short break and the conversation will continue. And do kindly stay with us. You're listening to the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3.
All you fix to come practice. 35 political parties adopted Abuja. That's what they are doing. Because you know you will fail. And you will fail more than you failed in 2023. You know it. I know it. We are politicians. We know it.
I go see how you want to take Philan.
You will not get 10% of the votes.
I go see how you want to take Philan.
Okay, let's see how it goes. Now, as it stands, Mr. Martins, another talk is concerning the electoral reform. There are talks that if the electoral reform, if something is not done about it between now and November, a repetition of what transpired in 2023 may actually take place in 2027. So, what is impeding INEC from doing a total overhaul of a lot of anomalies that were experienced in 2023? The previous INEC chairman did not address the anomalies and the porosities witnessed, and now he's no longer there. There is high expectation on Professor Joash Amukuto to do the needful. So, how do you see this particular scenario as well?
You are the one who has high expectations for INEC, and I don't know why you want to have high expectations for the same INEC that has failed you repeatedly. So, on what basis do you have the high expectations? And secondly, is INEC independent? Did you read the White report? Electoral
high expectation from your INEC.
Have those things there have they been done?
This guy is
So you have a situation where the INEC acts like an electoral committee of the ruling party.
High expectation.
Where people are appointed, remunerated, and rewarded by the ruling party. And then the kind of dirty thing they did in INEC is the greatest enemy of democracy in Nigeria. What did they do in the...
And you are still preparing to go for election. You are still preparing. You know that INEC is the problem, and you are still joining them.
Yes, there is.
Sorry.
From ECAA.
What are they hiding? They are hiding that the ruling party lost the election lawfully and could not get 14% of the votes. If you go to IRF, I went to IRF myself, but I didn't send anybody because I didn't want to the public speech. Immediately after the elections, Rivers State, Labour Party got over 7.
I think we have to stop this here. The reason we go to their conventional media is to show their idiocy. When we go there, we show you how compromised we are. Look at him calling 200 million idiots, just as Martin Onovo said. That is what Nigerians are. 200 million idiots. They can't think. Even including he himself, he is there talking about how corrupt INEC is, how it's impossible to beat INEC, and still yet he's preparing for election. You could not remove Tinubu. You couldn't stop Tinubu when he lost the election and he wasn't the president. And now that he is the president, the leader of the same party that rigged him in, you think you can stop him. I can't understand this. I thank Chukwu Okikariam. These people, they should be thanking also. They should be thanking, more especially the Biafra agitators. Anybody that is sincerely fighting for Biafra, Nigerian people are supposed to be praying for them every day. Everybody that is opening his mouth to call for disintegration of Nigeria, they are supposed to be praying for us. Everything is going to come to an end very soon. I thank Chukwu Okikariam. Donald Trump have already formed the board of peace, and I believe that board of peace is going to take action in Nigeria. The board of peace is going to take action in Nigeria, and this Biafra they don't want to hear. It will be pronounced. That is why I urge every Biafran agitator, don't allow anybody to deceive you. Don't allow anybody to distract you. If you know that thing that is genuine you are doing, you can lie to people, but you can't lie to yourself. That is what I always say. You can lie to others, but you cannot lie to yourself. In the name of Chukwu Okikariam, if you know that you are doing the right thing, deep down in your heart, I know that some of us, out of emotion, we emotionally even do wrong thing and we think it's the right. When people are doing the wrong thing and they think it's right, it is understandable. Out of emotion, out of zeal, people can go extra mile and do things that are even wrong, thinking that it is the right thing. We can understand that. But whenever you have a conviction in your heart as a Biafra agitator to do anything, please go ahead and do it. Let us keep the fire burning. This year is a very critical year. Keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning. Keep the fire burning. I appreciate everyone that has been with us on this program. We are going to be rounding out the program now to take our rest, and people can go about whatever they want to do. And tomorrow is Sunday, it's weekend. People can do the activities of the weekend, and tomorrow is Sunday. Those of us who are Christian, we go to church. Monday is sit at home. Don't forget, we can't stop that sit at home. Never, not now. And anybody that tells you that Mazen Nandekano is okay in Sokoto, that person is a mad person. Anybody that tells you that somebody in detention in Sokoto is shining and living well, Sokoto is not good in their weather. Sokoto is not a fashionable place. Sokoto, there's nothing to write home about Sokoto. And somebody will come and tell you that Mazen Nandekano is doing well. Run away from such people. Run away from them. They don't mean well. From every indication, they have concluded to keep Mazen Nandekano in Sokoto until they finish everything there. That is why today they tell you to go pilgrim there. They want to make a pilgrimage. They tell you to take flight and go to, and ask me how many people can take flight and go to Sokoto to see. The poor masses that really need to see Mazen Nandekano. Not all these constructed, manipulated politicians that position themselves, people that have their selfish and personal interest, flying air. How many genuine people will pay for air to go and see Mazen Nandekano? You should not be deceived. None of us should be deceived. No matter what somebody have done in the past or good, any day you misbehave, we will flog you with the water. You cannot deceive us with one kind of rhetorics or whatever. We know what we want, and what we want is Biafra, not a better Nigeria. We don't need any better Nigeria. We don't want to be political pressure group. We don't want any Igbo presidency. We do not want anything to do with Nigeria. So anybody that is doing that line is our enemy. Have that in your mind and continue to stand strong and do your own part. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect all of you. See you again, by special grace of Chukwu tomorrow evening. I'm not going to be having morning program tomorrow, Sunday. So in the evening, we're going to see you same time tomorrow. I pray that Chukwu Okike will be with us, guide and protect us. Enjoy your weekend and stay blessed. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye, everybody. See you tomorrow evening.
This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong with them, military shots at them. 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I started there. Remember when me tell you say I started there. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a papa nuku. But then the way you me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro. Me tell you what I day. For me the plan and the rest of man I tell you what I am. Me never give up. Me tell them
Fallen heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, you'll never be apart.
They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for
heart bleeds when I saw them slay. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We blend in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bummed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
Then we are starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes of our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Keep them on the patient people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Yeah. Put the flag in the air. Never be afraid. March on. Cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah. You know what it is.
like I'm looking at myself in
We
the
must
mirror.
revenge. And we must stand to represent